chance. Don't settle for second best. Come to Kessler's.
Seriously, we do everything in our power to make it possible for you to give her that magical engagement ring you really want her to have.
That's the sort of thing you can expect from us when you hear us say, welcome to Kessler's. Welcome to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com. And one more thing, welcome to Kessler's.
Sleep apnea is a serious condition. And the worst part about it is, because it affects you while you're sleeping, you don't know what this condition is doing to you.
And it was scary because I found out that I was waking up 145 times an hour. 145 times. I was scared. I wasn't getting the sleep I needed.
And that's the thing. Someone like John wakes up after thinking he's slept all night, and he's been feeling run down for years, and finally finds out something really is wrong. This is why, for us, solving sleep apnea problems is so gratifying, because we really are changing lives.
I've had more energy. I'm getting better sleep. I've been told from my wife I don't snore, but honestly, it changed my life.
This is Dr. Madan Kandula. Solving your breathing triangle problems means a better quality of life, and you deserve that.
Go to AdventKnows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers continue a series in Boston against the Red Sox today after a 7-2 win Friday night. Tune in for pregame coverage today, starting with Brewers warm-up at 2 o'clock here on WTMJ. The 108th running of the Indianapolis 500 is scheduled for Sunday, and as long as most of the rain in the forecast holds off, race festivities will start around noon. Taking a look at the roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. Just one disabled vehicle to look out for this morning. It's on 4145 North at Good Hope Road, blocking the right shoulder.
Traffic is sponsored by the Amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
The successful Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford is hiring positive, professional servers, bartenders, and pizza cooks. You'll make real cash. Inquire today and start next week. MineshaftRestaurant.com.
And taking a look at your WTMJ forecast, today mostly sunny skies, a high of 72. Tonight we'll see more clouds rolling in, a low of 54. On Sunday, mostly cloudy with rain and storms likely, a high of 67. Monday, partly sunny, a chance for showers towards the evening, a high of 70. On Tuesday, we've got a slight chance for showers, partly cloudy, a high of 68. On Wednesday, mostly sunny, a high of 65. Right now in Madison, it's 55 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 56. In Waukesha, it's also 56. And in Milwaukee, it's 58 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:07.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel, and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Need a vacation? Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day.
Good morning to you, Rose Gray. Welcome to the studio. How are you?
I'm on vacation every day.
On vacation every day. Whenever I pull up foxworldtravel.com now, the videos that come up make me want to be somewhere else.
Thank you, marketing team.
Yeah, great website. So you can check it out there, but we do have some announcements to make, I hear.
We have just so much going on right now. It's kind of crazy, but I think the number one announcement that we should start the show with is this announcement, simply because for over the last 3 weeks, and specifically last week, we got a number of people saying, when are the charters going to be out? When are the charters going to be out? Now, I am supposed to be politically correct. Well, it's not politically correct, but it's correct in saying they are ENVF, exclusive nonstop vacation flights. Okay. I'm old school, and I'm just going to call them charters. Sorry. So what does charter mean? It means nonstop service on a leased aircraft from a tour operator like Apple Vacations, who has determined seasonally they can fill up planes to warm weather destinations from Milwaukee, or other parts of the country.
Okay.
So we got the announcement a couple of days ago. So big news. It will be Sun Country charters out of Milwaukee to Cancun, Jamaica, and Punta Cana. More to come, I'm sure, but
because that's not what we've always had. There's been more.
Last year we had Cabo. Last year we had Ixtapa. So we want to see what else is coming, but they wanted to get these out. And so starting at the end of December, Cancun will be almost every day. And then starting at the end of January, it's every day. You can fly to Cancun nonstop from Milwaukee on Sun Country Airlines with our good friends at Apple Vacations, FunJet Vacations, and Travel Impressions, all owned by Apple Leisure Group. Jamaica is twice a week. Punta Cana is twice a week for the first month, which is January, and then 4 times a week. So we see how very, very popular Punta Cana is. 4 times a week starting January 24th. So that is the big news. All those listeners, and we love you, calling and texting and saying, when are the charters going to be out? Well, those 3 are out, and those are the big ones usually. We can also let you know that there are Sun Country exclusive nonstop vacation flights from Minneapolis to Cozumel.
Which is new again, right? I mean, it used to do it back in the day, but it hasn't been for a while.
Yeah, so if you wanted to go to Cozumel previously, you'd fly into Cancun and ferry over. Right. So now they're going to be flying in 2 times a week out of Minneapolis. Out of Minneapolis, we also have Jamaica, Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and Punta Cana. Why I would even mention this is because we don't just have listeners in the southeast corner of the state. We have people that are listening to me in La Crosse or Eau Claire, and that would be probably a more desirable airport.
Even Wausau, if you have your choice then. Do I go to Milwaukee? Do I go to Minneapolis?
Precisely. So Chicago right now has Cancun and Punta Cana and several other cities, including Pittsburgh and St. Louis, but we don't really need to go into that too much. We just want to let everybody know that that is what's going on in the world of vacation travel.
And what do we know about Sun Country?
We know that Sun Country's been around for a really long time. They are also a commercial airline, just like Frontier Airlines is a commercial airline. You can go on their website and you can buy that product, but you can also use Frontier Airlines as a charter out of Chicago, typically in off season. Like now, if you were going to go nonstop out of Chicago on a charter, it would be a Frontier flight.
Okay.
So that's kind of how that works. Sun Country's been around a long time. They are a scheduled commercial carrier as well as a company that leases their aircraft for these exclusive non-stop vacation flights. ENVF. Very good. Yes.
All right.
So I will do my level best to remember that, but quite frankly, I just am so in the habit of saying charter.
You've only said it for 30 years.
We have.
Why we need to change it now, I don't know, but we do.
We do. So one thing I want to let everybody know, you all are very trained that there's a big sale typically at Fox World Travel in July.
I'm thinking July.
Yeah, exactly. But we also know that these are going to fill up fast. So if you are thinking we have our last hurrah with our senior in high school and we're going to take the entire family on a spring break trip because going forward, our spring breaks may not line up because they're going to go off to college or what have you. Feel free to go ahead and reach out and help us start working with you on the perfect family getaway. Don't wait. If you feel so inclined and you're very, very flexible and you want to wait to see what the deals are, wait till July.
Every Saturday from 9 to 10, we talk travel. It's the Fox World Travel Show. Get your calls and texts in. WTMJ talking text line is 855-616-1620.
Hi, everybody. I'm Susan Hiller from Hiller Ford. People just seem to love the new Ford Broncos. Lucky for us and our customers, we have a huge selection of full-size Broncos and Bronco Sports in stock. Plus, we have great prices. Right now, you can get a new 2023 Bronco Sport with 0% financing for 66 months. This is just one of the many great deals going on right now at Hiller Ford. Stop in today and find out why so many people love to buy from Hiller Ford.
Ah, it's great to get back home when your castle grounds are grand. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a company that does just that. As in their name, your outdoor living can be grand and the possibilities are unlimited. Patios, decks, water and fire features, lighting, pathways, pergolas, outdoor kitchens. Unleash your imagination out there. Then turn Outdoor Living Unlimited loose. Travel the world and always come home to your dream destination. Start with a voyage to Brookfield's OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Is it true the Hasselus mattress showrooms don't have any employees?
That's right. Try and buy with no pushy sales guy.
Okay.
Once you find the perfect beauty rest, Sealy Posturepedic, or Serta Perfect Sleeper, you can order by phone, online, or at our handy in-store kiosk.
Well, that's great, but
since we don't have to pay employee commissions, you will pay way less. Our 43 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393.
Okay, but
through Monday, buy your new Serta Perfect Sleeper, Beauty Rest, or Sealy Posturepedic mattress, and we'll give you a free box spring or an equal amount off an adjustable base. Free next day delivery, too. Does that answer your questions?
Yes, except for one.
Shoot.
If Hasselus Mattress has no employees,
yeah,
then who are you?
I'm just the ruggedly handsome spokesperson.
But this is radio.
Exactly. I'm told I have a face for it.
Right.
Find a self-service showroom near you or shop online at Hasselus.com.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
Are you looking for an exceptional deal on a new Ford? Well, look no further. I'm Susan Hiller from Hiller Ford. We have slash prices on all remaining 2023 Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. This includes America's favorite truck, the Ford F-150, with 0% 60-month financing plus a $2,000 factory FlexBuy cash bonus. It's a great time for big savings. Do yourself a favor and stop in. Find out why so many people love to buy from Hiller Ford.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray. You can find the Fox World Travel Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts, and of course uploaded at foxworldtravel.com by about Tuesday of every week. So I'm on the website, and there's something new up there that we need to tell people about.
Is. So more exciting news is that if you go to our website, foxworldtravel.com, which is the comprehensive all things Fox website that our beautiful marketing team has put together for you, you'll find the logo in the upper left-hand corner. And just to the left of that, you see menu. If you go to menu, you'll see lots of options. But what you'll want to do for this particular item is you'd want to go to Fox. You'd want to go to vacation travel and then group travel. And then under group travel, you will find Fox Group Vacations, because group travel can be many different things. It could be destination weddings. It could be you have so many people coming along with you, which typically is 5 cabins, 10 people, or 10 people, 5 rooms could almost always qualify as a group.
Okay.
So we have people that can handle that as well. But these are Fox Group Vacations, and they're special because we've curated and crafted some remarkable itineraries that we think are popular and that we think would be of interest to our Fox fans. So Colleen and I last week took the time to actually record a segment, a virtual travel show, if you will, so that you can listen to us talk about each and every one of the Fox Group Vacations that are currently on the website that still have a great deal of availability, or even some availability.
Okay.
Some of these have limited availability, and we felt like it wouldn't be fair to continue to talk about them if we're going to say there's 2 seats left or something of that nature. So if you go to that page under Fox Group Vacations, you'll find kind of a oval shape with Fox Group Vacations, kind of a cool new logo look, I think. You'll see learn more about our 2025 collection from Rose Gray and Colleen Alsberg. There's that virtual travel show. And what's so cool about that is you can watch it at your leisure. Watch it. If you're like, this is not of interest to me, you can fast forward it. You can move it to the spot that you want. So what we're basically doing is talking about everything that you can see as you scroll on that page. Explore the French Riviera, the Tuscany vineyards and cuisine, which you all know how much I loved that when I did it with Steve Scafidi, that we redid it again 9 days later. Paris to Rome, countryside and canals. French Rendezvous. We talk about river cruises. Remember, Diane Chat was on with us last week, and she talked all things fascinating Poland. Some space left on the Portugal vineyards. We didn't hit that one up on that particular virtual travel show because there's limited availability on that one. We also talk about Brews and Views, which is your opportunity to go to Oktoberfest with real tickets, to really sit down at a table and not be jostled around with your gigantic stein of beer and all of that. Amsterdam and Romantic Rhine River Cruise, the really popular Eastern European treasures of the Adriatic, Best of Italy, which is always a big seller, Christmas markets which include Croatia, Slovenia, and Austria, and then the exotics, which are so near and dear to my heart. New Zealand and Australia, Galapagos. We are moving quickly on our allotment.
I was going to ask about that because that was 2 weeks ago we announced that.
2 weeks ago we announced Galapagos. People are asking, so there's 100 guests on that ship, 50 cabins. Okay. We have an allotment. We have sold half of our allotment already. So it's something that you're going to want to speak to somebody about. It's something that you want to investigate much more thoroughly than probably some of the other trips. Maybe not. Maybe you're all good with it. Turkey and Istanbul, Istanbul and the Outer Circle, Colors of Peru, Morocco with me in September of 25. We also are doing another Egypt because we sold 2 of them out for 2024. And then we also announced last week Kenya Safari. So it's a lot of stuff.
I've been doing this with you for 3 years now, and this seems like we're going all over the world next year.
It is.
It's very diversified. It's really cool.
It is what we're hoping to do. We want to have more offerings. We want to have more diverse offerings, and we listen to our guests on tour. We take feedback, and we say, could this actually be something that we would appeal to a lot of people, or do you just have an interest in this for a very personal reason? Sure. And maybe that's just a trip you do on your own, or we find a tour company that has that unique itinerary for you. So a lot going on. It just feels like this week was a whirlwind because we were getting more and more of them out and ready to go. And then Colleen and I, as I said, did the virtual travel show on Wednesday, and it was it's about an hour long. I mean, that's a lot of trips to talk about. We're not certainly going to go in depth on every single one of them, but we do give you highlights and we give you opportunities to find out more. And then we also give you a little insight as to who might like that trip, why you might like that trip, that kind of a thing.
So you have an extended Memorial Day weekend to take advantage of this and watch that. You go to the little menu button on the left top part of foxworldtravel.com, vacation travel, group travel, Fox Group Vacations, and it's right there at the top. You just click on the virtual travel show and watch that with your special somebody that you want to travel with. Maybe the whole family. Gather them around Memorial Day at the fire pit and show them the video.
Right, exactly. That's what we're hoping it will do. It will inspire you in some way, shape, or form.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take your calls and texts, 855-616-1620. The Fox World Travel Show is on WTMJ.
Planning a getaway? Reserve a parking space that includes superior service and value. Exec Park is the only local family-owned valet parking serving travelers using Mitchell Field for over 42 years. Exec Park has an even greater deal for a limited time just for WTMJ fans. It's just $8.50 a day with cash payment when you mention WTMJ. To get terrific valet parking at this amazing rate, make your required parking reservation today. Call 414-747-1000 or visit execpark.com and tell them you're a fan of WTMJ.
As the weather starts warming up, you're probably thinking about the golf course or the lake.
Or that honey-do list.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, you probably don't want to think about painting your house again.
Jeff and Roxanne here with Rhino Shield, and we are the better than paint people.
Rhino Shield is an exclusive ceramic coating system that looks just like paint, is applied just like paint, but comes in any color, just like paint.
Especially your wife's favorite.
But it's not paint.
Regular paint is going to last 3 to 5 years. Rhino Shield has been proven to last for at least 25 years.
We are so confident in Rhino Shield that we give you a written 25-year transferable warranty. That's right, transferable warranty.
And you won't have to paint again for 25 years, guaranteed. Now until June 21st, get 15% off with 12 months same as cash financing. Visit RhinoShieldWIS.com.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Nagging pain lasting for months, difficulty performing everyday tasks, not moving like you'd like, it's time to see the doctor. And I recommend Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Anytime I've needed care, the appointments are timely, no waiting weeks to be seen, and no pressure to have surgery. It's about getting the right diagnosis and choosing a treatment plan that fits your life. No question where I turn if I'm injured again. The experts in care at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. It's orthowisconsin.com.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Going to be mostly sunny with a high of 72 today, the best day of the weekend for Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for joining us. Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray. 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talk and text line. If you want to talk travel, we're here for you. But let's talk about these nonstop flights we announced from Milwaukee, and why is that important to us as a state, as a city?
Well, I think because everybody realizes that Milwaukee is not a major market. I mean, you're talking
mid-level right?
market. And so we're not going to have as many nonstop flights to any destination, domestically or especially internationally. But if we keep filling them up and we keep showing Apple Vacation, Apple Leisure Group, that we are dedicated to warm weather destinations and we like to get there in a expeditious manner, meaning no connecting flights, that's the way to do it. Now, that I think everybody would agree that the coming and the going are the most painful part of any vacation. Oh, yeah. And I hate to call it painful. It's not painful. It's just your anticipation level is here and you want to be there. And now I have to get on a plane. Yeah. And the least amount of time I can be on that plane and the quicker I can get to my warm weather destination, especially in the middle of February, I want to do that.
And at the end of the week on the way home, you are tired, you drank too much possibly.
Possibly.
You just want to get home to your dog, so you want to get home as quickly as possible then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so every year we leave it up to our good friends at Apple Leisure Group, again, the parent company of Apple Vacations, Funja Vacations, Travel Impressions, all of whom use those exclusive nonstop vacation flights to get you to these destinations. Now, they also bundle these beautiful travel packages for you by reaching out to the various hotels and resorts in these destinations, Cancun, Riviera Maya, Jamaica, and in this case, Punta Cana, and then make it very easy for you because they include transfers, they include the accommodations, and they include the flight all into one bundle. Now, where does the travel advisor come in here? You've got dozens and dozens of resorts to pick. How do you know which one is going to fit your needs? How are you going to know which one is going to be perfect for your family? So you can do all the research, and I know some people enjoy that thoroughly. Yeah. And then there are some people that say, just help me out here. I've got this many people. They are this age. This is what they like to do. We are not all about the food, but we are all about the activities. We are all about the food, and we only want low-key resort. We don't want any children running around. We want lots of children running around. All of those things.
Yeah.
So again, the best way to do this is sort of an easy opportunity for you. There's a golden rectangle in the bottom corner of our website that says Let's Connect. You can fill out a form. The more information you give us, the better off you'll be, because just like at Outdoor Living and Siding Unlimited, where the owner is actually getting the email.
Yeah.
These are going to some of our leadership team, and they look at them and say, oh, Susie would be perfect for this one because she's a Dominican Republic expert. Oh, this one is about a cruise. I'm going to give this one to Betty because she knows the most about cruising. She's going to be around for the next 2 weeks, so she would be the perfect person to answer this email. That's how it works.
That's how it works. 855-616-1620. If you want to talk to us today, let's go over to Lisa in Milwaukee. Good morning. What's your question for Rose?
Good morning. I'm calling because I'm going to the Dominican Republic in July.
Okay.
And I want to ask, I'm going to an all-inclusive, the Grand Bavaro Princess.
Yep.
How is that for a hotel, Rose? And also, should I pre-plan my excursions? Should I book my excursions before I go?
Well, the hotel, the resort that you're going to is on a great stretch of beach. Now, when you go to Punta Cana, it's easy for me to say that because it's all a great
Yeah,
stretch
right.
of beach. Unlike in Cancun and Riviera Maya, where we have to kind of pick and choose, are you a pool person or are you a beach person? You are going to be on some of the whitest, sandiest powder you've ever been
That's
on.
awesome.
And you're going to be able to walk the beach, and it's going to be absolutely lovely. So you've picked a great resort. With regard to excursions, if it involves equipment, meaning if it's a snorkeling thing or if it's scuba or snuba, which is sort of a knockoff of snorkel. I won't go into too much detail, but there's equipment, hoses and headdresses that you need to have, then probably yes. But if you feel like, I'd really rather do this when I'm on site, when I know what the weather is going to be like, when I know my mood is going to be like. But what I want to strongly let you know, Lisa, is make sure you book those excursions with somebody on your property. Don't get taken in by some of these people that are on the beach that are going to talk you into parasailing with them or are going to talk you into doing something that is taking you away from the resort. Use somebody there. Now, certainly if you booked it with FunJet Vacations or Apple Vacations, they have desks there. If you haven't, you can still use those excursion providers. Even if you didn't make your booking with that company, you can still use them. So any desk with tours within the resort is your best option.
So I don't have to worry about pre-planning my excursion.
Yeah, I don't. We've never done it.
Do.
Yeah, we've never done it, and we've been on a lot of these, and we always are able to get what we want.
Yep. So be
All
safe
right, that's all I need to know.
and use the tour operators that they provide for
Right.
you.
Thanks for
And
listening,
also
Lisa.
the tour providers at the hotel.
Correct.
Okay. All right, sounds great. That's
Have a
exactly
great
what I wanna know.
vacation.
Have a great vacation.
Thank you.
All right, we do need to take a break from the Fox World Travel Show. Go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Jessica Gatzo. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning, Dayton. Today marks 4 years since the murder of George Floyd, when Minneapolis police initially brushed off his death as a medical incident during a police encounter. Floyd's death sparking a tide of protests and policy. The George Floyd Justice in Policing Act was reintroduced on Thursday. If passed, it would increase law enforcement accountability and restrict certain policing tactics like chokeholds. The Madison Fire Department is investigating if a fire at a church in Madison was started by a lightning strike. WISC-TV reports the fire started in the steeple of Holy Redeemer Catholic Church in Madison. 2 people were inside, but nobody was injured. Witnesses say they saw a lightning strike in the area before the fire started, but it has not been confirmed as the source. The steeple suffered significant water damage from the effort to extinguish the flames. Taking a look at the roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. A couple of disabled vehicles to look out for this morning. We've got one on 43 southbound about 3/4 of a mile beyond the ramp from Silver Spring, blocking the right shoulder. And a second one on 43 94 south, about half a mile beyond the ramp from Beecher Street, blocking the right shoulder.
Traffic is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management. It's time to know the difference, and Annex Wealth Management is ready to help with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary partner. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button.
And time for your WTMJ forecast. Today, mostly sunny, a high of 72. Tonight, more clouds, a low of 54. On Sunday, mostly cloudy with rain and storms, likely a high of 67. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 59 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:32.
Rose Gray from Fox World Travel here to bring you exciting news. In partnership with Globus, Insight Vacations, and Avalon Waterways, our 2025 Fox Group Vacations collection is now available. Whether you want to explore Europe, Hawaii, Asia, or beyond, by land or river, our award-winning Fox Group Vacation experts have handcrafted exclusive experiences for people seeking to explore the world. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Join us and make memories to last a lifetime.
Your bathroom is boring and basic too. It seems like there's nothing you can do. A better bath awaits. You'll feel brand new, relaxing in a world of peace at the Bath Authority.
It's WTMJ's Steve Scafidi. Right now, schedule your free in-home estimates and get $1,500 off a new shower or bath. Plus, 36 months of interest-free financing. Restrictions apply. A better bath awaits.
At the Bath Authority.
What do you call a sectional that embodies class, beauty, and sophistication?
Easy. We name it after me.
Right.
Somewhere along the way, this sofa was nicknamed the Penny Sectional.
Because it represents everything Penny Mustard strives to be.
It truly is the most magnificent sofa I've ever seen.
Just like me.
The Penny Sectional, starting at just $174 a month, with only 1 penny down and no interest till May of 2027. Through June 3rd at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. If you've got water in your house, you need Guthrie and Fry. We've got their water softener. We get their salt delivery. We've got reverse osmosis that protects the water in our house. They've got the best people. They've got the best products. It's Guthrie and Fry. They treat their clients like their family. I feel that every time they're in our house, you need Guthrie and Fry. Fixed rental rates, convenient salt delivery programs. It's gfwater.com.
Better water makes a big difference. Guthrie and Fry.
There's a reason people sold to Grandview Homes instead of using a real estate agent.
Not only did we receive a fair offer, but we were able to take as much time as we needed and could leave the house a mess.
Visit GrandviewHomes.com to discover the easiest and fastest way to sell a home.
Plan a perfect vacation, no matter your budget. This is the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
9:35. Thank you for joining us. Dayton Kane and Rose Gray here. WTMJ talk and text line is 855-616-1620. We did get a text that says, what are some of the times on the charter flights?
Okay, so we do know that this question is probably a result of several years ago. I want to say pre-COVID, but I can't be certain. There was a nonstop flight to Ixtapa that had some pretty bad times, in my opinion. You left in the afternoon and got there like evening, and then it was almost like a red eye coming back.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's all about where can they get spots and slots at the various airports and things like that. I went in. I certainly didn't do every single day, but I did do examples of Cancun and Jamaica and Punta Cana, and everything were normal flights, Dayton. So everything was like Cancun, leave at 6 in the morning and get there at 11, leave at 12:20 and you're home by 3:11. Jamaica was like 8 in the morning and you get there at 1. That's a little bit longer flight than Cancun.
Right.
Leave at 2 o'clock, you're home by 6.
Oh, yeah, those are nice.
So they're very, very nice, normal times, because I think people got very scared off by that one bad timing on that particular route. And so they think, wait a minute, then I might as well just take a connecting flight if I'm going to be, in those situations. So, and remember too, that these bundled packages, some people are going to buy just the air.
Right.
Get that because they've got an Airbnb or a Vrbo or who knows what reason.
They're visiting somebody they know.
Exactly. But for the most part, these people are going to be bundling these. And that means there's a resort, just like Lisa who called in. There's a resort involved and there's transfers involved as well.
Yeah. That's what we typically do, which
Exactly.
is great. We do have a call. Let's go. 855-616-1620. Polly in Racine, good morning. What's your question?
Hi. We just retired and are planning our retirement vacation to Hawaii. Never been there. Probably going to be a one and done. because we want to go other places, including Europe. So we're wondering, where to start. We for sure want to see Pearl Harbor. We'd like to do a combination of fun things and just lay on the beach. So where do we start, Rose?
Well, so one of the things I can suggest is if you go to our website and see vacation travel, there is an opportunity for you to filter our travel advisors by destination. So one thing I would probably recommend is that you do that and find a Hawaii specialist. Because, Polly, what we find is people try to do too much in too short of a time in Hawaii. As you're probably aware, there are 4 main tourist islands. So Oahu is the island that Honolulu is on, and that's where you would go for Pearl Harbor. And so it's a busier experience. Most of the time, we suggest that people don't get cars for the duration of their stay on Oahu. Maybe they would get a car for a trip up to the north side where the big surf is and all that kind of thing, but then bring the car back and get rid of it. Because if you're staying in Honolulu, you're on Waikiki Beach. You're on a pretty busy stretch, and most of those hotels and resorts are going to have parking fees. In and out parking fees.
Okay.
So we often say, why don't you just get a transfer? Go ahead.
Would it make sense to go to a different island and just take like a day trip to Pearl Harbor?
Well, I'm not convinced that's a great idea, because then you're going to miss Pearl Harbor, you're going to miss Waikiki, and that's a part of the Hawaiian experience. I would really not like that. And not only that, it used to be relatively inexpensive to fly between islands. It's not quite so inexpensive anymore. And so I would start out there and do that. Then the other islands to consider, of course, are Maui. And I will tell you, Maui is the island that has the most repeat visitors. People will do a 4-island trip, and then they'll come back and they'll say, I loved Maui. I'm taking the whole family. We're going to get a condo, and that's where we're going to stay for the whole time. So Maui has probably my heart. It's phenomenal. Kauai is the Garden Isle, and it's beautiful and wonderful. And I don't know that I would miss it, but if I had to pick one to eliminate time and budget constraints under consideration, I would probably eliminate Kauai. And then you can't miss the Big Island, because that's where Volcanoes National Park is. And there's 2 sides to the Big Island. There's Hilo and there's Kona. So you kind of want to take a look at that as well. Now, I'm going to give you one more option. I've given you an awful lot of information here, but I want to give you one more option. If you go to our website and you see under Fox Group Vacations, there are 2 Hawaiis. One is Grand Hawaii, which is 13 days, and one is the best of the Hawaiian Islands. Why we love these so much and why these are so incredibly popular is because we give you a day of leisure on every single island. And so you get all the things that you should be seeing. You are going to go to plantations, and you're going to go to coconut places, and you're going to go to coffee plantations, and you're going to do all the things that you would normally want to do, but there's a lot of built-in free time on them as well. So even if you wouldn't take one of our groups, you can look at what that itinerary looks like and get some ideas of how much time we've dedicated to each one of the islands. The Grand Hawaii is 4 islands. The best of Hawaiian Islands is 3 islands, with Kauai being the one that's eliminated.
One last question. Maui, is hit pretty hard, right? Are things still open there? Are restaurants back open?
Very much so. There's a little section in Lahaina itself where they've roped it off and they're building it back up. But they are moving at a record speed to get this back up, and they're begging people to come. And so we have not eliminated Maui on any of our group tours, and the people who have gone and since the fire have come back and said, you are really not that impacted, especially if you stay in the Kaanapali area, then you're not in Lahaina. So you are really removed from that.
Okay. Great information. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Have a good trip, Polly. And if you missed some of that and need to recap it, the podcast always goes up at foxworldtravel.com. We do need to take a break. When we come back, more of your calls and texts, 855-616-1620.
You're off to see the wonderful world, and then it's back to your own castle. Make sure yours is beautiful and up to date. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for everything on the outside of your castle, welcomes you home to the best it can be. You should not have to worry about your home's integrity while you are away. Let Siding Unlimited ensure it with all the best exterior products. Hometown Siding Unlimited is recognized as one of the best contractors in America by the manufacturers of the nation's best products in siding, roofing, decks, and especially windows. They have the awards. Take the initiative and Siding Unlimited will make you proud to come home every time, whether it's from an exotic tour or from the grocery store. Set up an appointment with Siding Unlimited for your castle renewal now, and we'll see you when you get back. Bon voyage from Siding Unlimited, and then welcome home. SidingUnlimited.com.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wickert, owner of Wisconsin's own AccuNet Mortgage. I get that most home shoppers just go with their bank when it comes to getting pre-approved, but that's probably a mistake because banks have a lot of overhead, like branches, fancy headquarters, and layers of management. That means their closing costs are typically $1,000 to $3,000 higher than AccuNet's for exactly the same rate. And that's not all. Bank pre-approval letters are usually weak and unconvincing, especially compared to AccuNet's rock-solid, fully verified pre-approval that provides a $2,000 guarantee to you and the seller. Our senior loan consultants will also look at every possible way to strengthen your offer and pre-approval in the eyes of that seller, especially if you're offering over the asking price. We even call the listing agent to reinforce what a great buyer you are. Banks don't do all that. Click on the blue button today at AccuNet.com and let our passionate mortgage pros help you win while you save a bunch of money, too. That's ACCUNET.com.
If you need a place for new home interior ideas, then you have to come talk to us. Our on-staff decorators know furniture, home decor, and a lot more. And they're not only creative, but also very willing to help you make great choices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Stop in often because our inventory changes daily.
Design Exchange.
Previously, it has been gently loved. But here, you'll only find very well-conditioned premium home decor items that you likely won't find elsewhere. Distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, and other tasteful home decor at a value. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Good morning, 9:45. A couple segments left, so get your calls and texts in at 855-616-1620. We just got off the phone with Polly talking about Hawaii, and you mentioned something about an NCL cruise.
Yeah, well, first of all, I have to tell you, we did get a text with Kauai in big capital letters and exclamation points.
Don't miss Kauai.
Don't miss Kauai. And I don't know how you would choose. If you're really only going to go one time and you could only have a limited budget or a limited allotment of time, I guess that's the one, but I don't know. I love Kauai. I love it. It's the Garden Isle. It's beautiful. But here's another choice, which I could have mentioned to Polly as well. Norwegian Cruise Lines has got a beautiful itinerary in Hawaii, and it's an American flagged ship, so it doesn't have to stop at an international port. Oh. We won't get into that, but what it means is this. You start in Honolulu and you do a round trip for 7 days around all 4 of the islands, and you do both of sides of the Big Island. So you do Hilo and Kona. And what's great about this itinerary is you are in port the whole day and in some cases overnight. So for example, when you're in Maui, that's an overnight port. So you can get off the ship and you can go to a luau and not worry about missing the ship, which we've had that conversation recently. And it's just a wonderful thing. What we suggest that you do is fly into Honolulu a couple days early, do the Pearl Harbor thing, get yourself acclimated. It is a 5-hour time difference, so get yourself acclimated, and then go ahead and do the, get on the ship and then go home. So it's a 7-day sale. I say 2 days in Oahu, so it turns out to be a 9-day vacation. It's kind of a great way to see all 4 of them without missing something. We just got a text saying, I recommend Globus 4-Island Hawaii, and that's what our Grand Hawaii is okay. Globus's 4-Island. It was an excellent time, good sampling of each island. Shout out to Kim in Appleton, who set it up beautifully. So,
okay.
Yay.
Let's talk about hurricanes.
Okay, let's.
I heard there's going to be a lot of them this year for some reason.
Yeah, our good friends at various weather outfits, entities, are letting us know that this is going to be a pretty big hurricane season. They're saying it could probably be second to the biggest one we've ever had. So there's a difference between a named storm and a hurricane. But this particular article that I read this morning is saying that there could be 13 hurricanes and 23 named storms.
It's a lot of weather stuff.
Why do we bring this up now is because hurricane season is June 1 through December 1. So it's not exactly high time to travel to Mexico and the Caribbean because these are Atlantic hurricanes we're talking about. But certainly we've promoted and talked enough about people who that's when they can go. They work for the school system. They don't want to take their kids out of school, multitudes of reasons. And so why we mention this is when you book with our good friends at Apple Vacations and you use their insurance, they don't worry about adding a premium for cancel for any reason. So you can say, you know what? I see that a hurricane's coming, whether they name it or not, or a tropical storm is coming, whether they name it or not. I don't want to go. Right. I just don't want to go. So we recommend highly that you look at those options. Now, certainly when we sell you a travel guard policy, there is the opportunity to add a cancel for any reason, and you can talk to your advisor about that and whether or not that's a smart thing to do. But I just want to point out included, or what as an optional, but what you should include when you bundle your nonstop flight and your resort and your transfers. Make sure you have that conversation, and I know you will because our advisors won't let you off the phone until they have that conversation about how do I purchase travel insurance and what does it cover.
Perfect. We're going to take our final break. When we come back, we'll see where we end up here.
What part of the world we end up in.
There was something that we wanted to talk about, and I forgot. We'll get back, though, and we'll have it. It's the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ. I'm sorry.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Injuries happen, but you don't have to play in pain or stay on the sidelines. Whether it's your kids dealing with a sports injury, college athletes, or the rest of us weekend warriors, the experts at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin will quickly diagnose your problem, lay out a treatment plan that works for you, and get you back in the game. They fixed my knee. My mother-in-law is back on the dance floor with a new hip. These are the experts you can trust. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Hey, boaters!
From fishing to water sports and everyday essentials like anchors and life jackets, along with an incredible selection of hardware, Kendor Marine is a boater's paradise. This is Dave Doro, and our endless selection of boating parts and accessories all but assure you one-stop shopping for all your boating needs. And that's why boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water. Hey, boaters!
This is Dave Doro from Kendor Marine. And if you're a boater and you haven't been here, ask around. And I think some of your boater buddies will tell you you're missing out. Because at Kendor Marine, we have everything you need but the water. And when you get here, you'll know that's no exaggeration. So get in the know, because boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Since 1955, Geis has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. Hey, don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget. They'll even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Before you pack your suitcase, hear from the experts. Here's more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Going into that break, I had the best tease ever to get you to stick around. We figured out what we wanted to talk about, the Memorial Day weekend and travel and what's happening with that right now.
Yeah, so on Thursday, well, we won't have yesterday's numbers till next week, but on Thursday, the TSA screened the second most passengers in its 22-year history.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was 2,897,000, something like that. So the reason I bring that up is to not scare you, but to inform you and to remind you that there is an app called My TSA, which is something I have on my phone, and I would recommend people downloading that app because it's phenomenal. I have selected Chicago and Milwaukee as my two favorite airports. You can select as many as you like. And at any given time, you can look at somebody else's. So if I'm making a connection in Houston or making a connection in Charlotte, I can look ahead and see what the wait times are like there as well. And it has a live ask chat.
Oh,
so
really?
if you've got a question, they have live assistance every day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. So you can ask questions that may be in regard to what I can bring, those kinds of things. Because, side note, one of those people in Turks and Caicos was released yesterday. Did you see that?
No.
So there were five or four people who had ammunition and were arrested in Turks and Caicos in the last couple of months because they have recently changed their policy, and loose ammunition and firearms minimum 12-year prison term.
Yikes.
And so there were, I believe, 4, correct me, I could be wrong, 5. One of them was released. He's been in Turks and Caicos for 100 days. He was released on his 101st day, finally getting to go back home to see his kids.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So questions about, can I bring firearms? What can I bring and what can't I bring, and that kind of thing. And then it also gives you some more information about TSA PreCheck and that kind of thing. So it's going to be a busy summer. That's my point. It's going to be a busy summer. If this Memorial Day weekend, which, as you said, is the unofficial start of summer, is any indication of what it's going to be like this year, domestic prices are down about 6% on airlines. International prices are up slightly. It has not stopped people from traveling. They're not stopping travel. So it's going to be busy. Download your airline app every single time on your phone and get My TSA up and running on your phone as well.
All right. And we started the show talking about the nonstop flights.
Yes, we call them charters.
They're now up and running out of Milwaukee, and we're expecting hopefully a couple more to come through in the next week or two.
Right, and we do know that that's going to be a very popular and busy thing. So again, we let you know, certainly there's going to be something coming in July. All of you Fox fans know that. I don't have any of the details yet, but if you've got hard and fast dates that you absolutely need to work with, I would probably get that conversation started very soon.
And at foxworldtravel.com, learn more about the 2025 collection from Rose Gray and Colleen Alsberg, a new virtual travel show up and waiting for you to watch.
We would love for you to do that. And you have to register to watch it, and that's very common with these types of things.
And it's easy, your name and an email.
Right, exactly. And then you can watch it. And then it's up and available to you to start and stop whenever you'd like. Go back. Wait, did I hear her say this correctly? That kind of thing. Because, again, Dayton mentioned it. I'll say it. This is probably the most most wide variety of group trips we have offered ever, probably. And there's so many and diverse ways that you can see the world, and we just want to help you do that.
Awesome. So do you have plans for Memorial Day weekend?
I'm going to hit the highway as soon as we're done here, getting up to our property in Carter, Wisconsin.
Nice.
Yeah.
The family all meeting up that way?
They're there already.
Oh,
they don't wait around for me.
You're the hard worker.
I got to
They go
do a
party.
show,
I see how it is.
Yeah, so we want everybody to remember Memorial Day and take the time to, remember what it's about. I found myself talking to one of my grandkids about it and explaining the difference between Veterans Day and Armed Forces Day and Memorial Day and why each one of them is special and how we should proceed to behave on those days. So that's the kind of thing.
Before we hand it over to Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management, recap what you guys all do at Fox World Travel.
Exactly. So vacation travel is what we talk about every Saturday morning, but it's certainly more than that. We have business travel, we have meetings and incentives travel, and within the vacation team, we also have the group department, and within that team, we also have destination weddings. So lots and lots and lots going on. If you're looking for a new travel management company, you are a business of some size that does some travel, reach out to us on our website. One of our reps will get a hold of you and find out if Fox World Travel might be a good fit there as well.
The other thing I like about you guys is you do have specialists for certain areas. So when you get connected, you're getting connected to a person who knows where you're going.
Right. And we always let everybody know that it's not a commission-based structure or anything like that. These are all salaried people. And if there is somebody that knows there's somebody better within the organization to help you with a specific request, we're going to pass that on to the appropriate person.
All right. Well, enjoy your Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you very much.
Isaac, thank you as always for doing a spectacular job in the producer's booth, and thank you for listening. Coming up next, as I mentioned, it's Money Talk on WTMJ.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands.
Jeff Levering and wife Ashley love their patio door from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It's so bright, it's so clear. I can see the kids outside playing, and it makes it comfortable for the life we live, which is an active one.
I love the roll screen. The fact that the screen is on the inside.
For the first time, our whole house actually feels like the same climate.
And no drafts. It's a game changer.
Hi, I'm Gina Della from Pella. And if you order today, you get 0% interest for up to 48 months. When it comes to replacing or upgrading your windows and doors, you want to be confident about your decisions. With Pella Design Works, you can see what your home could look like before you buy. Black frame windows or white, vinyl, wood, or fiberglass. Bring your vision to life and rest assured it's the perfect style for your home. Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. That's 5/31/2024.
This is Libby Collins. TMJ4's anchor, Shannon Sims, and news director Tim Vetcher join us on WTMJ Conversations to talk about how news decisions are made.
The definition of news is what's happening now, what impacts people. You have to have a cornucopia of information so that the viewer feels full at the end of the newscast.
WTMJ Conversations, Sunday mornings at 11 on WTMJ.